Hi everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. So in this one I want to talk about how I sharpen my pencils and the different techniques I use. So I use two different ways. The one way is obviously that way, which I will show you how to do in a second, but I like to have a really nice sharp point on that one. And then the other way I use is this one, which is the chisel tip. So you take just the edge off there so you can see, and to do that all you need is well, you can do it on a piece of scrap paper if you want, or I've just got these little sandpaper bits, and you just, with the edge on, just take off that. There we go, see, take the edge off so it's like a chisel tip. So then you can use the pointed edge and turn it round and use the pointed edge for getting tight lines, and then you can turn it around and use the tip, and it works well for shading. Doing that and then using some tissue or something to blend it out, you get some really nice details. Get some really nice skin tones. So that's that one. And then, so the other one, as I say, is this one. So what I do is take a normal pencil and a sharp knife. I've got a Stanley blade here, but you can use any sort of craft knife or anything. And so you just very gently start taking bits of shavings off. You don't want to go down to the lead straight away. You want to do it bit by bit, pushing away from your hand with your thumb. So I'm using this hand to control the knife. I'm pushing it with this thumb. And you just gently work your way around until you get down to the graphite. There we go. You want quite a decent amount showing. Show you why in a second. But there we go. So we've got most of the wood off. Now you can just gently scrape it with your knife just to get it a bit thinner, because that's still quite fat at the moment. It's still quite a fat, and I want it more of a point. So again, you just rub it on a bit of sandpaper or anything you got really. Again, you could do this with I've got a bit of scrap paper that might take you a bit longer, but you can still get a nice point to it. But there we go. Now we get into some nice dagger-like. Let me take a piece of tissue. Make sure you do this, because that's how much graphite was left on, loose graphite. You don't want that going all over your drawing. So just give it a wipe, and then as you can see, that is super sharp. You can get some really fine details with this. Really good for your edge to values. And that's it. That's as simple as that. And then same again. With this one, you can use the point for your for your details, but then you can turn it on its side and shade with it as well, like that. Like I say, I like to use both the chisel point and this, because with this, although it's good for shading larger areas, you can get quite a bit covered. It's quite tricky to be 100% accurate with it. So it's good if you can do that, and then if you need to go in and clean up any bits, you can go in with your chisel tip and just gently go around. You get much deeper tone as well with the chisel tip. So I like this to shade as well. But it just gives you options then. You can see the difference. I mean, one's a 4B and this is a 4H, but you can see how much flatter this tends to go down when we're using the chisel tip. As opposed to, you can see like all the tooth of the paper when you use this. So that's the downside. Unless you want texture. If you want texture, then it's absolutely perfect. But if you want nice skin tones, if you're doing portrait, then I would definitely suggest using the chisel tip to get your value down, and then using the tissue to smooth it out. So there you go, and then doing that as well, that also sharpens it as you go as well. So you do something on the tip, and you wear that down a little bit, but then you do some shading, and if you rotate the pencil as you shade, and that resharpens the point for you as well. So there you go, there you have it. Just be careful using the craft knife, as I say. Make sure you are pushing it away from you and not towards you. And that's it. So have fun drawing, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in a few days for the next one. Thanks, everyone.